Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Toys Alliance Acid Rain World Gugees.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Okay, here is the Gugees out of the plastic wrap. The box, we'll take a quick look. Very cool artwork as always. It does say action figure included here, but as far as I know, only the Gugees in here. This guy here, he's not in there. I always say it doesn't really make sense to call this figure and vehicle when there's all of the ones that I've got, the figures are always separate from the vehicles. I've never picked up one that was included except for the Angels Born in Hell set, I think. But anyways, very cool artwork here. Same symbol as we saw in the Bassett. Yeah, I'm not sure who that guy is. He looks pretty cool though. But we've got our creature here. It almost looks like a groundhog or a beaver or something like that with horns. Pretty good sized box here. On the back here, you can see it does give us a list of everything that's in here, and shows us all the items here. It's like a lot of small pieces, some bags. I'm interested to feel this thing because it looked like it was almost like a stuffed animal with some hard plastic around it or over a plastic like skeleton. It does say it has a water bottle, wineskin blanket, the one Gucci, 2 backpacks, a messenger bag, two storage bags, and 10 hooks. So very cool. That's the packaging. Let's get him open. Okay, here is the Gucci out of packaging, and it is cool. It's weird. It's different. I've only had it out for a few minutes before I started the video. So this is I'm kind of learning as I go here. I'm slightly impressed with the size, but I'm a little under impressed with the articulation of the Gucci itself. As always, though, the paint, especially here, where there is actually paint, is really good, and the sculpting is really good on the head, on the face, and on the feet. It is almost like a stuffed animal fabric over a hard plastic skeleton. And this shell here, or this saddle, is also a soft. No, it's not soft. It's pretty sturdy. It's a hard plastic. It just wraps around. There's no tail on this thing. I thought there was a tail or something. But it's cool. It's weird. I don't have anything like this. I thought maybe the jaw opened or something, but it does not. Let's go over the accessories really quick. Here's the hooks. Here's one of the hooks, an example. I guess there's 10 of these in there, and I believe you can just peg these in anywhere you want on this saddle, and then you can hang the items. All of the items have a way to sort of hang it if it's a soft goods rope or these. I've sort of separated the accessories here. These are hard plastic on this side, and these are soft goods. But the hard ones, they all have some kind of a place where you can hook the item. I think it just depends on how you want to do it. They all just hook on, and with 10 hooks, it actually gives you a couple extra, because I think what we've got is 8 items here, right? We have eight accessories, but they give you 10 hooks, so you've got options. And then where you put them, you have options. You can put them anywhere you want, the hooks, as there are holes throughout the saddle. Let's see, you've got sort of a plastic hard. It looks like this is probably a plastic version of a blanket, where this is actually a soft goods blanket. I don't know if I'll take these out, or this is so wrapped nicely. There's a place to hook it right there, that I don't know if I would actually undo this and take this blanket out. These little bags all do open. I feel like you have to be very gentle when you open them, but they do all open. All these bags do. I don't know, again, if I'll actually put anything inside of them. I might put something in there to make it look like it's full, like a little plastic bag, one of these little plastic bags that came, you know, with one of these. In fact, let's do that. That was kind of my idea, was to make it look like there's stuff in there, but I don't know if I'll actually put stuff in there. So just to kind of bulk it up a little bit so it doesn't look so flat like that. I think it just adds a little more realism to it. And all these open up that same way. Got a blue one. This looks like more of a backpack. It's a side pack, satchel, and then we've got a blanket. And then here we've got maybe 2 different types of canteens, all sculpted really well. And I'm not sure what this is. This is some kind of another kind of bag, hanging bag. And then that sort of hard plastic blanket or whatever that could be. So 4 soft, 4 hard, 10 hooks. Let's scoot all that over to the side. Let's talk about Gugees himself. Really, really good sculpting here. Really good paint work. Almost looks like he has a mustache, kind of. You can see a hole, mustache right here. Looks like a little hole there for his nose. Little beady eye, black eyes. His horns are like a cross between a ram and maybe like, I don't even know, a couple different creatures. You know, I can see a whole bunch of different things in this. His little feet are painted well. The nails are painted well. Does look like he's sculpted, you know, all the way up. As far as articulation, most of the articulation is, oh, here's the bridle. It's a nice thick brown string rope. It is permanently attached. Looks like it goes through the jaw. But most of the articulation is in the head and neck, or I should just say the neck. It's got, looks like a joint behind the jaw, the neck. There's a separate one here. And in conjunction, you can kind of get them to move. A little side to side action. Not a lot though, not a lot of articulation. And there's one right back here too, that gives you a twist, but not much. So there's like one, let me see if I can count them. There's one here, 2. So maybe there's only 2 there. So you can't emote him too much. It's just enough. The legs are pretty much the same. There's a hip here, there's a knee, and there's an ankle. It is a bit of a rocker ankle, but it's so big and kind of clumsy, you don't get much out of it. Nothing in the body though. I can feel like maybe where they put it together right here, maybe there's this 2 pieces, but nothing in the body itself. And it's the same here in the back. You've got a hip, a knee, and an ankle. And as I'm doing this, you can see the fabric, it's kind of, you know, just kind of falling out. I'm not sure if eventually that will stop the more you play and you handle this guy, or it's just because I just got him out. It is a bit messy, but not in a, you know, in a bad way. But all these little pieces of string are kind of falling out. It is a really nice soft texture though. I did think he had a tail though for some reason. I don't know why. I looked at the box after I opened it, and I guess he doesn't. I don't know why I thought that. But this is a hard plastic. He does have a little stirrup here to get up on, you know, to get himself up there. A little green right here on the top. It's really the only sort of color. There's green there. You can see there's a little bit of orange behind the eye. That mustache is kind of yellow there. This is a very bony. It does have a very bone look and texture to it. This sort of over skeleton over the head. It's cool. It's cool. I'm glad I got him at half off. And even at half off, you know, I got him from Big Bad, half off, 50% off. But Big Bad usually has the acid rain stuff at least 10 bucks more in my, from what I've seen. So it still was a bit expensive. But it is a big item, large item. Very unusual. I did get two of them, so I got two of them. I got two for the price of one, kind of a thing. Nice. It's nice. It's different. It's weird. I'm glad I got it though, but there's not much to it, and I'm guessing that's why it was on sale. There's not a lot of articulation. There is a lot of accessories, but I'm not sure how useful these are. These are a little bit too big to fit on a figure. They're a bit oversized. There's an Acid Rain figure right here. This is E11 from Annex 2179. But you can see they're not really meant for people. They are meant to go on the Gugees. Even this fits, but that's pretty big. That's a pretty big bag for, you know, a woman to carry. And even this, you know, is pretty big. This is a standard 4-inch, you know, Annex 2179 Acid Rain World figure. You can see how big the Gugees is. It's cool though. I like it. I'm glad I got it at half off, and because it's a big beast, or what do they call that? A beast of burden. It's what it looks like to me. I am glad I got two, so I can see, you know, two of these in convoy, sort of, you know, going from town to town, or nomads or something like that using these, or maybe you're in warfare where, you know, you don't want to give off like a radar cross signal, so you, instead of using, you know, a tank or something, you have, or you're in an environment where you can't use a vehicle, a mechanical vehicle, where you need native transport. That's kind of how I see this. So it's a great addition to my collection. It's unusual, and it adds some, you know, diversity to what I've got going on. But there's really not much to it, and it's really because there's not a lot of articulation. You know, you get this pose out of it, and maybe you can get a pose with him, you know, him walking. But that's about it. You're not going to get too many dynamic poses out of this guy. He's not going to really stand up on his back feet. Maybe he can lay down, you know. But you can't get that much out of it. I think it's going to photograph well. I think it's a very nice like conversation type piece. But again, I'm glad I got it at half off, and I would suggest not paying more than, you know, what I did, which I think was about $50. I wouldn't do much more. So I guess, am I recommending it? Kind of. If it's on sale and you want to try something new, you want some creatures, beast of burden, this is the way to go. It is in scale. It is unusual. It does fit sci-fi. You know, your Star World, your world builders. This is going to stand out. It's going to look really good. But that's about it. There's not much else to say about this. I'm not disappointed, but I thought there would be a little bit more articulation, that I could get a more dynamic pose out of this guy. I don't think I can. Did have a lot of accessories though, but I feel like they're very specific to this item. Like I said, these backpacks aren't going to really work with anyone else because of their size at this scale. I'm sure this would fit a Marvel Legend or something like that, a Peter Parker figure, just fine, but not really E11 or any of the, you know, 118, 375 type figures. So that's my overview. I will take some photos of this guy because I'm sure they're going to look really good, and I probably, you know, will end up putting this on a shelf. So I'm going to get, you know, I'm going to get the most out of him, but at the same time, this very vanilla static pose here is really all you're going to be able to get. You know, maybe a look up, maybe a look down, you know, maybe a, you know, question, sort of side to side. That's about it. That's about it. So definitely glad I got to sit, you know, that the discount that I did. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope you'll stick around and look at some of my photos, and I'll catch you next time. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.